What is up, my friends? Your weekend has officially started and you are very welcome along to Friday evening's Anfield Agenda news roundup. There is so much to get through over the next few minutes, but before we get stuck into it, just gotta let you guys know that the show on the left there, the title celebration party, currently down to the last 28 tickets currently available. So if you do want to come and see us at the Hot Water Comedy Club for that last game of the season show, you can get your tickets with the QR code on the screen or the link in the description of this video. Now, there is a chance that if we sell out that, they could move us into a bigger theatre, but all I know is at the moment there's just 28 tickets to go. So I hope to see you there on the day, and thank you to everyone that's got their tickets so far. Right, let's get into the news. And we're going to start off with a little bit on Darwin Núñez and his future. Ian Doyle has been writing to say that Al Hilal are believed to be ready to make a concerted effort to sign Darwin Núñez as soon as the transfer window opens on June the 1st in order to have the player available for the Club World Cup. Again, we're probably going to see more money if he goes over to Saudi Arabia to play in the Saudi Pro League than we would perhaps if he was to make a move somewhere in Europe. I don't know where his future lies. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think he does end up there? We mentioned Napoli previously as well as an option for him. And we know, of course, the Atletico Madrid link. So over to you guys to let us know which one you think. But it is absolutely certain at this point that Darwin Núñez will be leaving the club soon. Now, let's talk about celebrating the great man because, as you can see, Mohamed Salah has been named the Football Writers Association Footballer of the Year for 2024-25, and a massive congratulations to Mo on that achievement. He finished top of the poll with Virgil van Dijk finishing second and Alexander Isak in third, but incredibly, Mohamed Salah got nearly 90% of the votes to be the Football Writers Association Player of the Year, the biggest margin for any winner this century. So I think it's fair to say Mo's a very deserving winner of that award, and congratulations once again to the great man. Right, a few quotes now from Arne Slot's pre-Arsenal press conference, and we're going to start off with some words around Trent Alexander-Arnold. Asked about Trent and the fans' feelings, this is what he had to say. "I'm not here to tell the fans how to feel." Thank you for that, Arne, because there's certainly been enough people telling us what we're supposed to be feeling, but appreciate that, and I'm sure my fellow Liverpool fans do as well. Arne Slot speaking about free transfers. Again, this is what he had to say. "If my memory is correct, it happens mostly with a certain club that brings free agents in, and you don't see it at other big clubs that much." Yes, he is referring to Real Madrid, of course he is. Speaking about the weekend, by the way, we've all been asking what's going to happen. Surely he's not going to play Trent Alexander-Arnold, is he? Well, he isn't. He has said that Conor Bradley will start against Arsenal this weekend. And also, speaking about Conor Bradley, said, "Let's not compare him with Trent. They're two different types. We all see the potential. Very talented player. Unfortunately, hasn't been fit throughout the whole season. To become a good player, you have to be available every week." He said if Conor would have been available for the Chelsea game, he would have started. So there you go. Fairly straightforward. It is Conor Bradley's shirt for the remainder of the season. One last bit on Trent from Arne. He said, "Everybody who's a fan of Liverpool is disappointed he's leaving. A very good fullback is leaving." And that's not where the awards, by the way, end today with the Mohamed Salah one, because Alexis McAllister has been named the Premier League Player of the Month for the very, very first time for his April appearances. And again, thoroughly well deserved. Well done, Macca, and here's to many more awards for him, because I think we'll all agree he is certainly, well, the linchpin of that Liverpool midfield, and certainly somebody who I think we've all grown to love. Right, let's talk about Xabi Alonso. He has confirmed that he will be departing Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen posted today to say, "After almost 2.5 years and during the most successful period in the club's history, our head coach, Xabi Alonso, will leave at the end of the season." Now, of course, we know he's going to Madrid, but that hasn't been confirmed yet, so it can't be mentioned. Let's move on to a little bit around, let's go Jeremy Frimpong next up. So, more reports yet again to say that Liverpool do want to sign Jeremy Frimpong. TalkSport saying it this time, and he has a release clause of Bayer Leverkusen of just under £30 million. This one looks like it has legs. Last night in the late night video, we spoke about the fact that Manchester City are trying to get Wesley from Flamengo before the Club World Cup, so they could be leading that race. Liverpool looking to lead the race for Jeremy Frimpong, who of course is more than open to a move to Liverpool. Now we do have a little bit more, by the way, to come up on Manchester City at the end of this video, so keep an eye out. We're going to keep moving along. So Luis Diaz, let's talk about him for a second. Fabrizio Romano was given an update on his future, and he does say that he is badly wanted over in Saudi. He goes on to speak about a possible move for about 80 million euro or 68 million pound, which would be a sizable profit for Liverpool in the 50 million pound we paid. He said that he's wanted over in Saudi and that they're going to make concerted effort to bring him across. Liverpool now are going to sit down with Luis Diaz at the end of the season to try and hash out new terms. Arne Slot, I believe, is very keen for Luis Diaz to stay, so keep an eye on that one. But here's a big story for you. So Matt Thielen, somebody who, we've known over the years and somebody who, he doesn't post nonsense. Matt genuinely on the money with what he has to say, and this is what Matt's had to say about Rodrygo. He said, expect Liverpool to do their due diligence on a potential deal for Rodrygo Goes. Let me be clear on one thing, Matt said. His team reached out to the club and not the other way around. So, two things to unpack there. Firstly, as Matt said, the players' representatives or his side reached out to Liverpool. And now Liverpool are going to look at it, see if the numbers add up and maybe pursue it, maybe not, as Matt said. He wants to be very clear about it. He said that their team approached Liverpool and Liverpool at this point have only committed to doing their diligence on the deal. So let's wait and see what happens. I still don't know where Rodrygo would play, in all honesty. We probably would have to see somebody else depart. But if there's a world, and let's just dream for a moment, where Liverpool could bring in a top quality striker like Julian Alvarez, Alexander Isak, or somebody of that ilk, and then maybe move Jota on to bring in a Rodrygo, that would be a summer window that you could absolutely sign me up for. But honestly, I don't know exactly where Rodrygo will play in a Liverpool setup at this minute in time. But let's keep an eye on this one, because we do know it looks as if he's leaving Real Madrid. It's just a matter of where he ends up. Team talk. I've been talking a little bit about Morgan Rogers' future, and of course one particular club are going to be mentioned. The club who are seemingly mentioned with everybody, including Rodrygo, Chelsea. So they go on to say that Morgan Rogers is open to a move away from Aston Villa this summer, with the likes of Chelsea interested. Aston Villa don't want to lose their £90 million rated England midfielder, but may have to sell because of PSR. So again, keep an eye on it. Now, yesterday we reported that we think it will be Emi Martinez that Aston Villa cash in on, not Morgan Rogers, but keep an eye on it. So, Ibu, we mentioned about Ibu's contract many times over the course of the last few weeks. This piece here said, Ibrahima Konaté's desire to become one of Liverpool's top earners has created a significant issue in his contract talks, which expire next summer. The contract, not the talks. They hopefully don't expire. Liverpool could sell him if no progress is made, according to TBR Football. Now look, we know that they'd have to sell if no progress is made, because you can't allow Konaté to go on a free and run down his deal. So let's hope that there is an agreement reached between both parties, because every Liverpool fan wants him to stay. We hope Ibu wants to stay, but ultimately it'll come down to the numbers and what the club and Ibu can reach. So I did mention a few moments ago that we've a little bit more on Real Madrid for you. Now this is coming from Spain, so take it with a pinch of salt. But this report here says Manchester City reportedly made a contract offer to Trent Alexander-Arnold and offered him more money than Real Madrid. However, he only wanted to join the Spanish club. Now, this is going to be something that you are going to see rinse and repeated over and over in the next few months. Loads of reports from Spain to say that X and Y offered Trent the richest of the world, but he wanted to go only to Real Madrid. This is part of their plan. This is how they manipulate the media. You will see so much more of this crap. Ultimately, all we care about is that Trent slithered his way out of Liverpool and is leaving at the end of the season. Where he slithers off to after that, that's up to him. But for me, I don't really care. I just brought it up to you guys because Manchester City's name were mentioned, and I could only imagine if he had have gone there. Surely he wouldn't have been that stupid. Well, he has left Liverpool, so stupidity in there somewhere. Right, ladies and gents, that is it for me for now. But we will be back tonight, 8:45 for the late night agenda. The preview for the Arsenal game is coming out tomorrow morning, so keep an eye out for that one. And as always, appreciate your support. Do drop a like on this video if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe as well. We'll talk to you soon. Much love. Bye-bye.